The drama surrounding the Oklahoma City Thunder has taken a turn no one expected, especially coming from a voice that has spent more than a year insisting this young, explosive team was approaching untouchable status. From September through the end of last season, through every playoff matchup and into the earliest moments of this new year, the belief felt unshakable. The Thunder were the future of basketball, a juggernaut growing stronger with every possession. And now, sitting at 21-1, they appear ready to rewrite every historical benchmark the NBA has ever recorded. They are not just winning games. They are dismantling opponents, suffocating them defensively, and running through offensive schemes with a level of fluidity that recalls only the most legendary teams the league has seen. Yet beneath the mountain of dominance, beneath the headline after headline proclaiming them inevitable, something else has begun to surface. A realization that the Thunder, for all their brilliance, may no longer be alone atop the mountain. The landscape has changed, and lurking beneath the surface is a team built not only to challenge the Thunder, but perhaps to beat them in a 7-game war. That team is the Houston Rockets. A franchise that climbed into last season's playoffs as the number 2 seed in the West, widely praised for their youthful core but dismissed by critics who believed they lacked the top-end firepower required to topple giants. But the Rockets did something unusual this offseason. They not only acquired Kevin Durant, but they found themselves witnessing the rapid rise of players who are maturing into stars at a pace no one anticipated. The loss of Fred VanVleet in summer seemed catastrophic. A steady guard, a floor general, a calming presence, gone. It seemed like the type of injury that derails contenders. And yet, almost immediately, 2 players stepped forward to erase the panic. Amen Thompson evolved from talented curiosity into a full-fledged two-way engine. Reed Sheppard emerged as one of the most impactful bench players in the entire league, elevating the Rockets' rotation without hesitation. Suddenly, that VanVleet injury no longer looked like doom. It looked like an opportunity for new stars to claim the moment. And that is exactly what they have done. The Rockets now possess the second-best offensive net rating in the NBA, trailing only the Denver Nuggets, and the third-best defensive net rating behind the Thunder and the Pistons. A top 3 offense and a top 3 defense. A profile that almost always belongs to a team destined for a deep postseason run. The Thunder, for all their dominance, cannot make that claim. Their offense remains slightly below that elite threshold, and while their defense is historically great, the Rockets are not far behind. What Houston is doing is nothing short of historic. At plus 11.6, their net rating sits alongside some of the greatest teams ever assembled, tying the 2016 to 2017 Warriors, the same Warriors who followed a 73-win season by adding Kevin Durant to their already lethal core. But the heart of Houston's challenge lies not in their numbers but in their personnel. The Rockets now boast a big 3 capable of standing toe-to-toe with anyone. Alperen Sengun has officially crossed the threshold from intriguing young talent to top 10 player status. His efficiency, playmaking, and versatility have made him the engine of this team. Next to him stands Kevin Durant, aging yet still lethal, a player whose mere presence forces defenses into uncomfortable decisions. And then there is Amen Thompson, the ascending force whose development has been so rapid that veterans around the league can no longer ignore him. When comparing big threes, last year the Thunder unquestionably held the crown. This year the Rockets have taken it. And the proof unfolded on opening night when the Rockets, playing in Oklahoma City during the Thunder's ring ceremony, outplayed the defending champions for the majority of the contest. Sengun dominated that night, not SJ. Houston controlled the boards, dictated the pace, and forced the Thunder into uncomfortable mismatches. This brings forward a deeper point about size and physicality. Much has been made about the Thunder's twin tower advantage with Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren, but Houston may be the one team capable of neutralizing it. Steven Adams brings brute strength. Sengun brings finesse and vision. Together they form a frontcourt capable of pulling the Thunder away from their preferred small ball lineups, forcing them instead into size-based battles they cannot always exploit. On opening night, Houston out-rebounded Oklahoma City by 14. They controlled the glass, protected the rim, and suffocated second-chance opportunities. And though the Thunder escaped in double overtime, it required a collapse from Kevin Durant, who is not likely to repeat that failure across a 7-game battlefield. Which leads to the next compelling layer of this looming rivalry. Kevin Durant knows what it means to stand across from a historic team with everything on the line. He has lived it, he has failed in it, and he has been haunted by it. Back in 2016, KD and the Thunder were on the brink of toppling the 73-win Warriors. They had them cornered, breaking them open, dominating them physically and mentally. And then it slipped away. A 7-point lead with 5 minutes left, A game that could have ended the greatest regular season team ever assembled, evaporated because Durant faltered. It became one of the most infamous collapses in NBA history and set the stage for Durant's decision to join the very team that defeated him. But now, fate has spun itself into a full circle. Durant has the chance to redeem that narrative, not by joining greatness but by destroying it. The Thunder, who could win 75 or more games this season, would stand as the most decorated regular season team ever assembled. If Durant defeats them, alongside a rising star in Sengun and a defensive monster in Amen Thompson, he could reclaim a portion of the legacy that some believe he lost. And that brings us to Amen Thompson, the ultimate X-Factor. Last season, in only his second year, he became a first-team All-Defense selection and finished 5th in Defensive Player of the Year voting. He is bigger, stronger, and more athletic than SGA, and he has the tools to bother him in ways few defenders can. His only issue in the opener was foul trouble. If he can stay disciplined across a series, he becomes the single most important player in determining Houston's fate. If he can slow SGA even slightly, the Thunder's offensive structure becomes far more predictable and far less devastating. So while Oklahoma City is marching toward one of the greatest regular seasons in NBA history, a quiet storm is building in Houston. A team that has the size, the defense, the depth, the star power, and the individual matchups required to stand in their way. The Thunder will enter the postseason as overwhelming favorites, armed with trophies, awards, and statistical dominance. But the Rockets will enter with something just as powerful: belief, balance. The one thing the Thunder have not yet encountered this season: a true equal. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most compelling emerging rivalries in the NBA, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. And tell me in the comments, do you believe the Rockets can shock the world and dethrone the Thunder, or is Oklahoma City simply too strong to fall? Your voice drives the conversation.